Hi, and welcome to the Roundtable. I'm Karen of Avalon Springs Farm. I do this weekly live stream, or it's most every week with a few exceptions. I had off last Wednesday for Thanksgiving. We were cooking, not too much, but and I usually talk about some topic about our farm or my yarn. This week I have a few little announcements, and I thought I would share something of my own that I kind of never do that. My announcements are the next couple of events are centered around the Fiber Art Studio Tour, which is a group of women in Maryland who are fiber artists and, generally speaking, live on little fiber farms like my own. We are bonded in our fiber art. It's sort of just accidental that we're on a farm, but the good thing about being on farms is other artists can come to us and set up and be part of our tour. So the Fiber Art Studio Tour in a non-pandemic year is when folks will drive around from farm to farm, and at each stop they see a bunch of interesting artists and craftspeople. We've had to go virtual, so that brings me to and there's usually like 3 of them a year, sometimes a 4th event. So our virtual one is the holiday show. It's going to be the 4 main stops on the tour. So that is myself, Avalon Springs Farm, Dancing Leaf Dye Works, Flying Goat Farm, and Withers Wool. And we're all located in Central Maryland. So there will be a piece of this that is an in-person event this year. So it's December 5th and 6th on Saturday and Sunday, 11 to 4. We decided to do that because our governor in the state of Maryland says that's cool during the pandemic, because it would be less than 10 people inside or less than 25, I think it is, outside. My stop is outside. All of us have a little knitting area so that if you're in the context of the booth, whether it's inside or outside, in a barn, in a studio, however it looks different at all the stops. Just a few people can go in and come out. So, and that will be the same at my stop too. So this year we also have a virtual component to the studio tour, and the virtual component is we will all go on and do a live stream about our booth and things that we're doing, selling, doing for the holiday festival. So mine will be at noon each day, so that's a separate event on my Facebook thing if you'd like to say that you'd come. All 4 of us will do a virtual piece. I think the time periods are 10, 11, I'm at 12, and also at 1. So you can go to the Fiber Art Studio Tour business page or group page for more details on all of that. So that's 2 things. So the in-person piece and the virtual piece. And there's one last kind of cool virtual piece, which is brand new. There's an overlap with the stops on the Fiber Art Studio Tour. There's a group of us within that larger group that are called the Farm Chicks. And we're going to do a holiday happy hour virtual Zoom meeting. And that will be on Saturday after the show ends from like 4 to 5 Eastern Standard Time. And that's just us knitting and sharing whatever our current projects are, talking to you, seeing what you're knitting. That was really just like relax and have, commune with our customers. We haven't seen you since last year sometime. Getting close to a year now, and we miss you. And so we hope that this will be a popular thing to do and kind of bring some of our customers and clients together with us. So that is also you have to sign up for an email. Either you can pick any one of the farm chicks to get an email from them, or you can go to, since all three of us are on the Fiber Art Studio tour, you can also get an email from them too. So you have to go to one of our websites and sign up to get an email, because I think everybody's keeping their Zoom link, not access denied, but at least sort of private from the general public, so that we don't get hackers in our Zoom room. So that's how you get the link. You get an email. All of this is so new to me. I guess it's a little bit new to all of you too. So the holiday tour, that's on the 5th and 6th, and then the live stream event, and then also the Zoom meeting, they focus, I'm sitting amongst my yarn, hooray yarn, but the tour focuses on all the things that we do with our fiber that isn't yarn. For the last couple of live streams, I have shown some kits kind of in the theme of what we've been doing. Kits are not the only thing that you can buy at my stop that are holiday related but not yarn. I have socks. The socks they are made from the actual fibers from the animals on the farm. I have hats, mittens, knit hats, felt hats, mittens, little purses. I don't know if I said soap. I have all kinds of knitting notions. And then I also have kits and some definite finished items. There's, I'm sure, things that I'm leaving out. But the focus is to show you some things that the staple of what I have online is yarn. But if you're on a farm that has fiber animals, and so you're always producing fiber, you produce other things other than just yarn, because you have to find applications for the fiber that you grow. So like the little old lady goats on my farm, they make dryer balls. But maybe something that I want squishy, soft to your skin or your face, that fiber would go into yarn for a hat, because it would be close to your face. So there is this collection of other products that you make as a byproduct of being a yarn producer. So it's kind of, and you take a little bit with you to each of your in-person shows over the last 15 plus years that I've been doing this. But so you're always accumulating more and developing a new adventure in a product in the fiber world. And this stuff just you're like, wow, I have more than I thought I did. So we get it out every holiday season when people have run out of time to knit a sweater as a gift and kind of want a handmade something or an authentic something. But they don't have time to knit it themselves. And that's why I had the kits out, and you've seen me put these out a couple of times. I have a lot of kits, but the 4 new ones that I've been featuring in some of these weekly live streams are, the ones that people don't know I have. So that's why I've brought them out a couple of times. I have a ton of dryer balls all the time. They sell all the time. They make great gifts because they're like 4 and 5, 4 for $20. They're like $5. But I also now have a kit that teaches you how to make a wet felted dryer ball. And it's got the fiber in it and the little sock that you need to do the wet felting in. So that's a cool thing. And then if you make your dryer ball, you can also decorate it as like a little ornament. And so if you buy this kit, which is to make an ornamental dryer ball, you actually get a color dryer ball that's been dyed a color. I think I've got a lot of green because I knew people would want to do holiday themed, but other colors too. And all the stuff inside this kit, like sparkle and fiber and your needle felting needle. So that's in this kit. if you are a knitter, and you need a quick project, I had last year and I have this year. And this kit, oh, is this the same one? This one
Here,
wasn't
Mom.
intended.
Say the socks again, because you cut out for a sec. I don't know if it picked it up.
Oh, okay. So these are the little miniature elf socks that people either hang on their tree for their pets. I mean, hang on their fireplace for their pets, or hang on their tree as an ornament, or give, like, they're great for a gift card holder or something like that. And then the last kit I have makes, which is the elf attire one. God, I love this one. I think it's undersung. There are some dye artists whose entire website is devoted to this stuff. That's a lot, but you know, I mean, is that not like just the cutest? They're so tiny. They're so cute. And they take about, I mean, this takes about, I don't know, depending on your expertise at knitting, they're like about 20 minutes to 40 minutes to make, like either the pants or the top or the hat. Oh, I had him backwards. But gosh, they're cute. And in the kit, this is the quantity you can make. Usually, like, it's 3 outfits or sometimes 4, depending on your gauge and how you use up your little extras. Like, this is an excellent use of the little extras. You know, my knitter who is Kathleen of Crackpot Woolworks, who made all these for me. She knit the pants first, but then instead of running out of yarn in the sweater, she just used up a little bit more to make a striped hat. God, they're so cute. And I mean, you could give 1 away or give 12 away or give them away as a set, or, you know, but that's another cute little gift too. And then, as always, each year I do a little fundraising for cystic fibrosis. And these are made by Linda Minnick of Mid Valley Fibers. And each of the angels, she donates 80% of the cost of the angel to cystic fibrosis. But then I donate the last 20% and then help her resupply with supplies a little bit to keep going. So 100% of the cost of an angel does go to the CF Foundation. The chapter we choose to donate to usually is the one in Washington, D.C. But these are really cool. And if you go online, I have them in the larger size. If you come to me in person, I have them both in the small size and the big size. And then before I go, and again, I know I'm not showing a lot of yarn today, of which, oh my goodness, I have a lot of yarn. Oh, sorry, Santa. I thought I would just show you a little bit of my own knitting and make a thought to everyone out there. I'm doing something that is a little bit of a leap of faith. I saw this post on Instagram by a guy knitter. I think he's in Australia, and his name is, the Instagram name is wait, what is it? It's Knits, Wits, and Yarn. Yeah, knit with no S, wits with an S, and yarn. And anyway, so he made this sweater out of all the ends of his yarn. And if you're a yarn producer, oh my gosh, you're swimming in little yarn ends. And I had a bunch of alpaca that I couldn't sell, but I loved all the natural colors of it. So I took some of my Pendragon yarn, because, okay, so I have to tell you this. The reason I'm telling you what I'm doing is a little bit because you guys have asked me, what am I doing? I took some of my Pendragon yarn that were like onesies, that were a dye lot that I had left over. And I combined it with a strand of the different shades of alpaca. If you look here, what I brought out to show you a little bit in the dark was all the shades of, okay, so this is like a bleached white alpaca. This is the natural alpaca, then a fawn, then a mid-tone brown, and then a chocolate, and a really dark alpaca fiber. And I got to see what the yarn would do paired with all these different colors. So my squares are, they're not perfect squares, but they're pretty close. And I cast on one direction and I cast off on the other direction so that I can use my tails to connect them all together, which I guess is pretty obvious to people who are knitters. And I am going to make myself a sweater just like he did. I don't know, I haven't decided yet whether I'm going to make it a cardigan or a pullover. I haven't decided whether I'm going to add pockets or not. I'm debating that. I might even add a hood. And then I thought to myself, you know why I'm telling you guys this? Because everyone who shops from me, they're always on a mission with this pattern and matching the yarn. And I just thought, oh my God, I bet you all my customers think that I am so crazy for doing something on the fly and making it up as I go along. And I'm like, do you guys realize how therapeutic that is? How freeing and liberating it is? It's going to take me a while. And I don't know what it's going to look like. And I promise I'll come back to you and show you, my success or failure. I hope it's success. You got to risk a little. What if it were a failure? I don't know. So that's why it's just my little scraps. But it really is liberating to toss the pattern and knit from your head and just trust in your own skills. And I say that from a place of where my skills are dyeing the yarn and not really knitting the yarn. So this is a work in progress, and I promise I will, I'll show you again. But anyway, so people did ask me, Karen, I liked your little square that I saw in some Instagram post. What yarn was that? So I'm telling the world what yarn it was. It's scrap knitting from some 100% alpaca that was sport weight and in some different natural colors, and a very actively variegated fingering weight. And I just held 2 strands. And then, I made a square. So if it turns out great, I'll write it down for all of those of you who have a basket of scraps that you have to use up, just like this guy who I just love his Instagram posts, Knitwits and Yarns. And so just hope I get to the finish line. Keep your fingers crossed for me, because I'm not a big knitter. So I guess that's it for today. It was just a sort of personal post and not a fancy selling post. But maybe we all needed that a little. You're all out shopping for the holidays right after Thanksgiving. And so maybe we just needed a moment to relax and enjoy each other's company. Before I go, Robin, are there any comments or questions or anything I need to answer from anybody who texted in?
I don't see any.
Okay, so that's good. You please feel free. I will post this video and look if you ask me questions later. Thank you for joining me. Take care.